meeting for February 4th, 19. Please turn off your cell phones and other electronic devices. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Shoup?
Here.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Here.
Mrs. Denalo?
Here.
Mrs. Jenkins?
Here.
Mr. Augustine?
Here.
Mr. Fodor?
Present.
Mr. Hack?
Here. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Ayes carried. Invocation will be given by Katie Jenkins. Please stand and we'll follow the pledge of allegiance.
You have given us the responsibility of leadership in the affairs of our city. May what we say and do here this night be worthy in your sight and for the benefit of those who have entrusted to us this duty. Amen.
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is our public comment from our visitors. We'll recognize the visitors. Please raise your hand if you wish to speak when called upon. Oh, sorry, we missed our minutes. We had our minutes from our regular council meeting of January 22nd, 2019. Katie and Lori were absent. Can we have?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for the 1/22/19 meeting as written.
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Denalo?
Abstain.
Mrs. Jenkins? I abstain. Mr. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Fodor?
Yes.
Mrs. Shoup?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes. Minutes are passed. Now we're at the public comments.
Getting close.
We're getting close, Paul.
Oh, that's so much closer.
Katie said the time's your job.
I know.
Should-
You
do you
gotta
want the
watch her.
invitation
She's pretty
back?
tricky.
No,
Here's the
thank you.
invitation.
Tonight we have the John Clare Award. The award is an economic development award that council has brought back to recognize businesses that contribute to our community. The John F. Clare Award will be once again presented annually to a business or organization that has been in business for at least 1 year, is in good standing, has demonstrated the ability to balance business and community services, substantially contributes time and energy to the growth of the community, and contributes to the image and growth of the city through their investments and through their volunteerism. This award is named after John F. Clare, a former council member. John was truly a community leader and visionary who believed that the city of Painesville was growing and could be much more. John delighted in setting big goals and turned his accomplishments into them. It was his never take no for an answer attitude that helped with business expansion and retention. It was John Clare's leadership vision, novel approach to commitment to the growth of the city of Painesville that has inspired the John F. Clare Economic Development Award. This year, we're honored to present this award to the local tavern and the owner, Tim Roush. Tim has been innovative to his approach to use his restaurant to offer community a venue for both evening and morning dining. He has made the city of Painesville a unique destination that houses 2 different businesses: the Painesville Biscuit and Sausage Company during the breakfast hour and the local fish bar in the evening hours. Through its menu offering live music, schedule, and outdoor patio, the fish bar aims to attract an area of workers, young professionals, empty nesters, college students, and families. As council works to attract more restaurants into the downtown Painesville, the aim is also to target those demographics, which we want to honor the local fish bar and Tim Roush for his dedication in doing business to the city of Painesville and bringing the community together through its local dining establishment. I would like to bring up Jan Clear, Heather, and to present this award. Tim.
It's an honor to present this to you on behalf of John Clare and his family. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm honored.
We're on. All right, if we wish to speak, please raise your hand. When the call upon, we'll use the podium, clearly state your name and address into the microphone, and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Any dialogue must be conducted through me as President of Council, although your comments or questions can be addressed to the Council or the administration or both. You want this side? Okay, we'll move into legislation. We do not have any committee reports tonight. Legislation, this is for the public. If you wish to comment on any of the legislation, do so at that time that we do the reading. Those make such requests, and then will be called upon after the reading. Any dialogue must be conducted through me as Council President, although your comments or questions can be addressed to the Council, the administration, or both. When called upon, please use the podium, clearly state your name and address into the microphone, and limit your comments to 3 minutes. So we have an ordinance number 1. Resolution number 2. Resolution number 3. Okay, ordinance number 1.
An ordinance amending section 1143.07 of the Painesville Code of 1998 relating to conditional use permit requirements for inns and declaring an emergency.
Yes. Arthur.
Real quick, Arthur Schumacher representing the Steel Mansion at 348 Manor Avenue. Side note, we just got renewed for the AAA Ford Diamond Award for this year, which is good. This ordinance was our request to the Planning Commission, planning on restructuring some of the financing for the mansion, and I think any other innkeeper would do the same thing and require a longer period of time. The one-year review is really just a one-year license to do business, and we need longer than that.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Good evening. At the January 7, 2019 City Council meeting, direction was provided that legislation should be created to address this matter and bring forward at the first meeting in February. The recommendation is that proposed ordinance modifies the section of code related to the annual review and the requirement that the certificate of compliance be renewed annually. As noted up on the board, the annual review is proposed to be done in a tiered fashion annually for the first 3 years of operation, with the ability to allow 5-year review if the operation of the inn is in compliance. That's number 23 under inspections. The ordinance eliminates the annual review of their certificate of compliance. However, language was included that the inn must be inspected annually to ensure compliance with all appropriate health, safety, and fire regulations. It is suggested that this ordinance receive 3 separate readings to allow for public comment. I did note in the manager's report that the ordinance is not being passed as emergency measure, but I noticed in the reading it does say as emergency, which isn't an issue, but at least if it goes 3 readings, we will have public comment, and then it will go into effect after its passage.
We'll do that on first reading.
Do you want me
Any
to-
questions?
There was a question regarding grandfathering the inn for this legislation. Due to the fact that the language for the 5-year renewal isn't going to effect until after the 3rd reading, it is my recommendation that the Schmackens come this year, get their review, then they can get their defer for the 5 years, rather, because they've met the 3-year requirements up to today, but then the 5-year would be granted to them if the planning commission chooses to give it to them.
Any questions, comments? We'll leave this on first reading. Thank you. Resolution number 2, second reading.
A resolution authorizing and directing the city manager to enter into a contract with the Ohio Department of Transportation for the purchase of sodium chloride and declaring an emergency.
This is just standard legislation brought in front of council every year, so that we get every contract, we vote after the purchase order, so.
It sounds fancier when you say sodium chloride.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Mrs. Shue?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mrs. Denalo?
Yes.
Mrs. Jenkins?
Yes.
Mr. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Fodor?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mrs. Denalo?
Yes.
Mrs. Jenkins?
Yes.
Mr. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Fodor?
Yes.
Mrs. Shu?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes, resolution 2 passes. Resolution number 3, first reading.
A resolution authorizing and directing the city manager to advertise for bids and to enter into a contract with the lowest and best bidder to include any and all ensuing change orders for the repair of the radio brick chimney at the City of Painesville Municipal Electric Plant and declaring an emergency.
Okay, good evening. The chimney's falling, But we would like to fix it so that it's not. That's what this one's all about. We've had an inspection done and we've included the money for repair in the budget. And we're ready to go and we'd like to advertise and take bids.
Questions?
So how long does it will take to repair it?
The inspector gave us about a week or so, because it's not too bad. I mean, there's just filling in some mortar cracks and
So they're repairing the outside or the inside?
mostly outside. There's a little bit of inside work.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Mrs. Shu?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mrs. Denalo?
Yes.
Mrs. Jenkins?
Yes.
Mr. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Fodor?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mrs. Jenkins?
Yes.
Mr. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Fodor?
Yes.
Mrs. Shu?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mrs. Denalo?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes, resolution 3 passed.
Thank you.
Unfinished business, we have none. We have a new business, Efficiency Smart. Oh, okay.
What we have is a presentation on Efficiency Smart and attempting to, where does this fit in the puzzle that is the Painesville Power portfolio? So, we can start there first. So where does this fit into our strategy? The addition of the program would be a good fit in tying into the strategic plan that the city council gave us. It's intended to help customers be more efficient with their usage. Efficiency will lower costs overall, and which in turn lowers our residents and customer costs. The program helps to increase communication, engagement with our customers, which was the goal number 2 of the strategic plan. Okay, getting into a couple of the options that were presented, the all-in option, which is what they call it high comprehensive. This is all the different customer classes, residential, commercial, industrial. The cost is $1.40 megawatt hour based on sales on 3-year contracts. You have the total cost there. The lifetime benefit would be approximately $2.45 million. The benefit cost to cost ratio is for every there's $2, and if you look at it that way, $2.56 benefit for every dollar spent. So it's well worth it in that sense. And compared to the other option would be the customized commercial industrial with a lighting markdown for residential. This is mostly focused more on our bigger customers, the commercial industrials. You notice the cost is a little bit lower, but the benefit ratio goes down to point number 5. Again, you have $3.71 for every dollar spent. It includes a savings guarantee, which both options, high comprehensive and this option, savings guarantee is in place. Lighting markdown, the guarantee is not there, but it's more like residential lighting and stuff. But the other two, which I think the custom commercial and industrial is something that our larger customers are looking for, because then they can get more efficiencies into their power bill, which is a good thing. and the other one's the high comprehensive that covers everybody. Next slide. In the portfolio, the program would be part of the power portfolio. If you can imagine, it is, when we were here earlier, we've asked to buy like power blocks and we get into projects where it's we're providing the power, and then so we buy the power and provide it. This one it's a little bit different in the sense that it uses less power, so the power block, it's still a power block, is the last bullet point though, and then realistically you can compare it to market power, for example, is $32 a megawatt hour. Efficiency Smart's price all in is like buying a $23.70 per megawatt hour block. But it's not, this is what you need to know. It's not we're not buying power, but we're buying a program that lowers our power. At the same, it's a little different way of looking at it. For an old 40-year geezer, the power thing is tough for me, I'll be honest. But that's where we're coming at. It's the same kind of thing. It's a power program. It's added to the power portfolio. It's not a capital project. It's not a general fund item. And it will be on our bill just like all our other projects. Okay. So what we're hoping to do is use it in the program as an economic development tool, because by adding the program, it's going to be another part of our ability and options for CAFT to come out to our businesses and show future customers that we have this program that will allow you to be more efficient in your energy usage, and you can just tie that right in with our known reliability, customer service, and local control. So it's just another benefit for bringing in outside development, people moving in, customers coming in and moving in. And what we've also included is some of the testimonials where Efficiency Smart has been. And I won't go into all of them because they're also in the folder that you got on there. But it's a lot of, what I tried to focus on was some of the smaller companies, bigger companies, and where it's always been. And I think the last line here and this one is truly a win-win endeavor, because we benefit by having to buy less, they benefit by having they use less, but still we're able to maintain the same operations. So then that takes us to slide 10. Those are the other testimonials. And then that takes us right here to the next steps. We also have directions. Which way would you like us to go? If you have questions, we also have two folks here from Efficiency Smart Program. And that kind of wraps up that part.
So on slide 3 and slide 4, I mean, you look over. So the cost benefit ratio for the all-in, for the high comprehensive, is $2.56 a day. Why? So, but it's $3.71 when you look at the custom C&I only with light marked on. Would that not be a better? I mean, if we're going to say $3.71 per dollar spent as opposed to $2.56, why would we just go right there?
Because it doesn't cover all your classes. So that is, it's based on, and in your packet is a little checklist that talks about what's available in each option. So you'll see in there that higher payback is focusing on your largest commercial industrial customers, and then doing a retail partnership where we're selling LEDs at a discount through a local business, and that's it. So you're not covering your small businesses, you're not covering the rest of anything on residential. There aren't appliance, there's not appliance recycling, there's not rebates for the online store. None of that would exist in that other option. So the comprehensive program, which is what 90% of people who are in Efficiency Smart do, that high comprehensive, it's because you're covering all your classes and you're taking care of your small businesses and all your residential, as well as the large users.
Sure. What is the percentage of customers that in that small business and residential class that take advantage of your guys' program versus like the commercial and industrial?
it's different in each community. So the way that works, there's two different cutoffs. So like just large business versus small. In the full comprehensive, you have more people that are actually fit into that small business. So churches, downtown businesses, sometimes machine shops, things like that. I would guess that we talk to all of them, we market to all of them. People who actually engage in it is probably proportionally the same as it is for large businesses. Because some large businesses are gonna jump in with both feet and be really happy, and then you're always gonna have those people who just, for whatever reason, don't engage. They're busy, it's whatever, it's not in there, they don't have the time, they don't do whatever, but you're always gonna have those people that don't. But typically, this percentage of people in the smaller business is about the same percentage overall.
So do we have an idea of how many on average don't engage? If you were to compare your.
Yeah, if I compared you, yeah, it's really hard to say. So I'm trying to think of a similar size community that has a similar load to what Painesville has. You're going to get 40 to 50% of businesses that are going to engage on some level or more, because and get the technical help and get that, and they may not end up pulling the trigger for whatever reason. I'm doing a project where they get incentivized. So it's probably more than 50%, less than 60% of people who actually, have us come out, help them walk through, teach them, be there, be a resource, and we're back communicating with them regularly. And those people don't always pull the trigger based on our own economics.
So when you estimate your cost savings, how are you estimating that? What are you basing it on? Because you don't know how many people are going to participate. And I would imagine that the savings is more if more people participate.
Right, but it's a performance contract. So for that $1.40 a megawatt hour, you're getting a 0.5% load saving annually, so 1.5% over the course of the contract. So that is a fixed, based on whatever that you had up on the slide here. So based on your C&I sales, that cost is $142,000. So that's the C&I. But but your total load is a fixed amount. So we're working towards, we're going to perform to that level of the contract. So we're going to get you that savings, and then there's a 70% guarantee that if for some reason we didn't get to the 70%, we actually owe the city money. That's something we've never paid. We've always hit that number. So it's welcome to all people. And again, not everyone's going to engage, but it is a performance contract where we're helping Jeff control, load and be part of that power portfolio at 0.5% load reduction.
And not that I want to monopolize your time, but so then the advertising and letting the people know that this is available to them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your
Absolutely.
responsibility completely?
Yeah, so we do, I said, a meeting with our marketing director today on stuff we're doing in other communities. So, yes, we do that, we roll it out, we do it out in stages. We work with you actually before we would start the program, have a program start date, so that we kind of grease the wheels for that. We start with press releases, and we have the Painesville specific website, and all those things, and we have flyers, and we have marketing material. All that with the idea of getting the word out, and then we get the ground running, which is me as the account manager or the local engineer that we have, we use our technical staff and make sure we're seeing, lining up and knowing who we're going to see and how to plan for people.
I don't remember, so forgive me, did we talk about how we were funding this project?
Yes, so it is not a project, it is not a capital project, it is actually part of your power bill.
Okay.
So, as Jeff was trying to explain, but it is complicated to understand.
Yeah.
So, power is very interesting to a power portfolio, to the market. Whether you generate power or you use less power, it doesn't matter to the market, it pretty much looks the same. So by us reducing our usage, we're actually saving money. And then we don't have to buy as much power, plus we save on capacity and transmission costs.
So these numbers mean nothing, but if my bill is normally $100 and this costs me $2 a month to do, but I'm saving $10, then I have a net gain of $8. Is that
So basically,
how it's
at
gonna play
this
out?
point in time, if we were in our portfolio. It doesn't affect our rates as they are approved.
Okay. So our customers should see no change to their billing.
At this point in time.
Okay.
So what is the projected time that they will see?
I don't know, because what we would do in 2020 is reevaluate our entire portfolio. Remember, we're on a 3-year restructuring. So it wouldn't be till the end of that 3-year rate structure that we would see what the needs are of the power system. And then we would be able to see what the rates went up or down. And then we can estimate what this project affected that. But at this point in time, I won't be able to tell you if it did or did not.
I can tell you generically, without knowing all of your rate issues, that generically for a residential customer, for that lighting markdown, that just that one initiative that we offer where we're partnering with somebody locally and selling LEDs for 99 cents. If you went and bought 3 LEDs and installed them at your house, you paid less than $3, you pay $3.01, and then that's going to pay for you as a residential customer more than what Efficiency Smart costs you for the life of that LED, which is 12 to 14 years. So that's the way, it's the quickest way for them to do it and to do it for long past this contract.
So they'll see savings, but won't see an increase in cost if they do what the programmer recommends. If they use them. Perfect.
So, I mean, council, we have our different options. I don't think anybody's ready to move on right now.
I definitely want to read through the
Yes.
brochures that we got, and also, I don't know if this is worth something to do at a work session so that we can get some input from our community, or how other council members feel. Is that,
We actually did a work session first,
Yeah.
and then brought it to council and under new business.
but we didn't have residents speaking at that, did we? Or asking
There were
questions.
a couple of residents there, but I don't.
And I would say I don't know that they know that we're weighing these 2 options.
Well, I would say, I can comfortably say direction 1, comprehensive. I don't know if anybody else wants to go down the, but that's right.
What was that, Katie?
Direction 1 with the comprehensive plan.
I would agree with Katie.
We'll see.
I would be more inclined to do option 2 if we were deciding tonight and not waiting until we had time to go through any more information. Because I don't think a good deal of our residents will use but I do think it would be highly beneficial for our businesses.
To be clear, just to be clear, that option 2 does not include your small business.
To be clear, I don't want to decide tonight.
No, I'm not asking you, I just want to make sure I'm
She's
clarifying.
saying direction 2.
Right, and I'm just saying that making sure that, oh yes, I'm sorry, not direction, yeah, direction
The CNI doesn't include.
2 does not include most of the small business.
Yeah, cool.
Any other feelings from council?
I really think this sounds like an interesting tool, and looking at it, I feel like I'm in a garage, and I'm like, those tools are really neat, like when I visited Brian at the utility, I'm like, these are really neat, but I don't really know how to use them. So that's, I just want to make sure, from my point of view, that, Jeff and Kathy and everybody who would be using these tools are comfortable and happy that we bought them for them, pretty much. It's kind of where I'm at. But I do think it's very exciting, and I would like to.
So you're looking at direction 2, that's what you're telling me. Is what I hear.
Yeah, I'm teetering in 2 and 1, but yes, it's exciting. I just kind of want to make sure that everybody likes the new tools that we get them.
Well, I guess, I realize it's not a general fund expenditure. I also know there's a lot that we have moving forward here with the electric and some of the projects that we're looking at doing. And we also have the 500-pound gorilla in the room that we're going to do with the power plant, because it is a little shouldn't say ancient, it's a veteran. But in the same aspect, I know that a couple people have gone through the energy audit that either CDI did or we did, and had made differences in their homes. But obviously, $300,000 is a lot of money to pay 318. It's a 3-year contract, right?
Correct. That,
So after 3 years, it's figure out where we're gonna go from there.
Can we put this in easy dollars for me? So if we sign up for comprehensive, and the lifetime benefit would be $2,441,651. And you're talking guaranteed and 70%, blah, blah, blah. So what, if it fails miserably, doesn't make any of your projections that you've given us, what do you give back to us? How much do we get? Where do we get money?
So Randy, or AMP, because your contract is actually with AMP, and so.
Depends on.
So just to make it simple, let's say the goal is 100%, the guarantee's at 70, let's say we get 50%. Those are just easier.
You get the difference between 70 and 50, 20% times 2.6 million, or 2.5 million, whatever that number was.
Slow down, say it again.
You get the difference, like you
Between
get 50, you guaranteed 70.
50% of, we get 50% of our 2,000,004.
He's saying in that
The assumption was
scenario-
we hit 50%, not 70%. So you get the difference between the 50% and the 70%, which is 20%,
Okay.
times
So we get 20%
times
of
what you
2,000,000,
paid.
what we paid, and we paid nine.
At that point, you would have paid 900,000, whatever that number is, so right.
We paid $1 million, round it up,
Right.
and we're gonna get 20% back, because we got 50%, and it got 7, we didn't get 70,
That's correct.
so we'll get 200,000.
Correct.
I would note.
And if it hits only 70%, we're flush. You get your money and we,
Correct.
That's correct.
I can tell you in the last contract, so we're,
Well, we're in like 58 communities, we've never paid for out of the 58 so far. We've had 54.
right, in the last contract, everybody got to 100%, in the current contract, everyone's online to get over, to get to the 100%, so.
so 70% is your target.
No, 100% is our target.
100% is your target, 70% is your guarantee.
Yes.
And so you haven't ever said,
Nope.
here's your money.
Nope. We've never had
How long
anybody get
is it?
69%.
How long is it?
This is we're in our 9th year.
9th year.
But,
And,
okay.
I need easy math.
My other thought is this, we are going to our electric meter program. I know my own personal meter in the fall, when the tree limb fell down and took the line right off the house, and they came and they put a new meter in. They took my meter back to the shop, tested, and it was about 97% proficient. So right away with the new meter, I was paying 3% more. They said they would come and put the old meter back on, but I said, no. We're moving in this direction. If we can, because I think with the new meters, they are going to be more efficient, and they're going to show people, it might pique interest from customers, and this would be a nice, in my mind, and I'm thinking about this, I guess this is kind of free thought as I'm sitting here. This would be a nice program to have to go along with that, so that when people are starting to say, my bill's 3 or 5% more, what can I do? Well, try this. It's something else to give customers than just increasing the bill without giving them an option of trying to lower it.
Jim, they're paying for the service, it's not free to them. So I guess what I'm thinking, based on what you and meters. What's that gonna look like for their cost? So I guess what I'm, like, I really feel for economic development, this is a huge tool, and I don't know, we haven't heard from Kathy yet. I like what Nick said about giving us an opportunity to hear from them, but from our department heads, but I'm thinking to myself that what we're buying things right now, we're being given an option to buy something right now, when we really don't even have a vision for what all the other stuff we're planning to do is going to cost our residents. We don't even have any idea, and now we're adding something to it. So that's part of the reason I'm feeling somewhat conservative about it, because I really don't know, once we get those smart meters on. You know, and it's all about saving, and I get that. It's saving our power plant, and our residents own our power plant. So they're saving in their industry and what they're in their investment in the power plant, but at the same time it's costing them to do that. So that's where my concern is. Not concern, it's not really even a concern, it's just like my uncertainty is.
So, Lori, I have a question. Is this something, if rather than doing a work session or something like that, is this something that if we take 2 weeks to evaluate on our own and discuss amongst each other, you might be comfortable with coming to a conclusion in 2 weeks at the next council meeting?
I guess I don't know that, Katie, because again, I'm still saying that we don't know what our restructuring is going to look like in 2020. We have no idea. So, you know, and I'm not saying that it's not a good tool. And I guess that's my dilemma. I do think, and Kathy, you could maybe, I don't know, if you want to speak now, but it could be a great economic development tool. We know that our residents didn't use the home, not many of them use it, and so we quit the program. So we already have that. That's one piece of data we already have, is that our residents did use it, and so we disbanded the program because it wasn't serving its purpose. So I already have that in my thoughts. And then the next piece that I have is that we have a brand new metering system coming up where we're really going to be changing the whole way we're doing business, and we don't know what that's going to cost us. So I just think we might be buying too early.
So can I speak on behalf of Kathy so she doesn't have to wheel her suitor up to the podium? Kathy has been in this conversation since the beginning, and so has Jeff, and everyone is happy with the new shiny tools to play with, because from an economic development tool, this is exactly what our large customers, industrial and commercial customers want from us. They want us to give them these tools. What they're actually getting is this amazing portfolio of technical supervisors behind their back to help them figure out what piece of equipment should be running at what time in order to lower their energy costs. And any way we can help a large industrial or a commercial customer do that is a huge customer service benefit. They become our best friends the minute we help them save money. So it is a huge tool. On the residential side, that's the part that we want to go for the full comprehensive. If you ever did First Energy's efficiency program, if you just Google it and look at it, it's very similar as far as there's opportunities for residents to make money by changing their products out for more efficient products. So there are rebates for going to a more efficient product, which helps our residents save money, but it also helps them get rid of old appliances and bring in new. So it's a win-win on that part. As far as the LED lighting, it's a huge win. Every community loves the LED lighting program. So you would go into Joggins, you would buy a 99-cent LED. It helps Joggins out because it gets people into his business, but it also helps us out because it lowers people's energy usage in their home, which again affects the portfolio, which then again saves all of us money. So even if 1% of our customers use it to reach the goal, that 1% has helped all of us save money on our electric bill. Because what you do in your home does affect me and my home, because what we do in our system is basically socialize the cost. So even if not everyone uses the program, we all benefit from the program.
So I have one question. I'm just looking at my numbers here. And we have 2 folks that are looking at direction 1. And I'm assuming from Lori and Nick, we have 2 folks that are looking at. So I haven't heard Paul speak, but, okay, so we have 2 that are looking at option 2, or direction 2. You felt that you would be
1.
direction 1. Okay, and you said Paul thinks he's direction 1. So that gives us 4 from a direction, and then I would go with direction 1 as well. Okay. So that gives us 5 to 2.
All right, so point 2 of direction 1, we're talking the comprehensive, correct? Or are we talking, yeah, I'm sorry.
I have a question, as you approach that, what you said everybody was looking into, or the department heads have already been on this discussion, what were they looking at? What was the direction or the option that was most?
So if it's going back to communication and engagement under the strategic plan, then the comprehensive reaches all of our classes. It gets us an ability to teach or be with all of our customers. So that one meets the goal better. But I will say, if council wants to just try the program and do the smaller one, at least see the effects of it, and then we could always talk about comprehensive in the second 3-year term. So it really just depends on how comfortable you are jumping into this efficiency program.
We just got some new information tonight. I hate to really jump on a decision right now, but I mean, I do like the fact that this program offers residents the ability to get rid of an old appliance and actually get money for it. And that was something the city never offered before. I know we did offer those fluorescent bulbs over the last 1 year. But I mean, those LEDs are awesome. Unfortunately, I bought all of them for our house, so I have a person that would be interested in that. That's like the 8-foot ones. But, but they are, I mean, you can definitely tell that it's costs are $600, like we don't have $500, so. But I don't know if that's more direction to the next council meeting or.
Monica, are you comfortable with us giving a direction on the service level in 2 weeks, or is this something you want to see tonight?
I'm not going to push council to make a decision we're not comfortable with. This is a big decision for our portfolio for the next 3 years, so council needs to be comfortable with that.
That would be a possible, yeah. That way we can engage their community and also as a council. Especially if we, if we have a couple weeks to go over this, or a week to go over this program questions. I'm sure you guys would like to come up from Columbus.
I live in Kent, so.
Yeah.
We-
So,
We actually don't mind, we were at the Lost Tavern before we came here tonight, so we were at the Lost Tavern.
so I'm still not clear what the direction is.
So the direction is we'd like to provide this program, but we're not sure as a council what level we're looking at. And Paul has suggested 2 weeks for us, suggesting some time for us to talk amongst ourselves and to decide what level.
I'm comfortable with that.
If we even meet like an hour early before the council meeting, so we don't have to,
And that would just be public, I mean, it would be like a work session, it would be called, but it would be a public work session. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable saying, I'm all in. I didn't even play poker, but I'm not ready to do that. So I'm not ready to do that, but I see the value. And I really would feel more comfortable talking amongst ourselves which level we want to go. And for me, it's either 1 or 2. I'm not looking.
How hard would it be to give us examples of, like the second one that says the option covers large C&I customers as well as light programs? So large C&I customers is kind of big.
Again, without having ever seen a customer list, any of that stuff, it's going to be commercial industrial customers in that program that use more than 250,000 kWh annually. So it's a medium-sized or larger commercial business.
So is that our key accounts?
Or,
It's gonna, right, it's gonna be your, and yes.
does that include the schools?
Oh, yeah, so it's gonna be, right, it's gonna be the schools, it's gonna be all your top, it's easily to be top, you're probably your top 30 to 40, no, it's actually probably your top 15 to 20 businesses.
I guess the other thing I would be interested in knowing is there, and this is for Monica really, is there a way to fund the program other than, you know, having it spread out amongst all of our users? You know, is there a way to, is that the only option for funding? And you don't have to answer tonight. It's just like we,
99% sure that's the way it gets funded, because how it's billed to us is as a power piece. So it would get rolled into the rates, just like any other power piece.
so everybody's rates would be, it would be rolled in equally amongst all of our users?
Right. By class, just like anything else is.
So even if we did the CNI or the residential, would that still, it would not only impact those customers that were benefiting from it, it would impact all users?
Because we're all benefiting from it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we
Yeah.
said that.
And that would be my concern if we're just doing C&I, and we're talking about 15 people and 150,000, spending $10,000 on the 15 businesses in the city. When we do that, in my world, then 180 more than cover everything. In the end, it'd be a good topic for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And I just want to make sure that we come prepared to do that. That we thought about it, yeah, and.
Yeah. And also giving me, maybe sending questions over the next 2 weeks so that I know what I'm supposed to bring to this work session, so that I'm prepared as well to answer any of your questions or concerns. That would be helpful.
So to recap, this would be an hour before our council meeting, so at 6:30 we would have a public discussion. We'll advertise it hopefully sooner. Do we advertise it even sooner for the residents?
It's like a regular work session, I don't know, how fast do we advertise those weeks in advance?
Not,
No.
no.
So I mean, if we have customers that we want to talk to that have feelings about this, I would think that would be something that we could do as individual council people. But I don't see the need to deviate from our normal postings of how things go, because it's really for us as well.
And I would add that the residents would have an opportunity to come to the table, I suppose, once it becomes a legislation.
Right, like that 3 meetings.
We would still have readings.
And that's going to be the 19th because the 18th is Veterans Day.
Yeah, so it's Tuesday, February 19th.
Will it be promptly, I mean,
Yeah, I cannot.
Well, sorry. Tom, you won't be here.
Well, I won't be here.
You can make your wishes known then.
I could do it at the end of the meeting. The latter part, because I've done, you know, I work when I'm done at 8.
so does it, all right, let me ask this question. Is it as critical as it needs to be? Could it not go to the 4th? So that, I mean, Tom's not going to be here anyway, but Lori has concerns more than.
Yes.
So if we move it to the 4th of March, you could be there because that's Monday. Right? So I would say, from this perspective, I would rather have everybody here than have to try and articulate Lori's feelings, because I know I screwed up, and I'd rather have them here. So I say we do for March 4th, which is the day after my birthday.
You bring cake then?
No, I'll bring chips and dip.
All right, we have,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, department presentation, we have none. Administrator report. City manager.
I have nothing to report.
Clerk of council correspondence.
The next regular council meeting will be held on Tuesday, February 19th at 7:30. City offices will be closed on Monday, February 18th for President's Day. Painesville Recreation is hosting a winter social for boys and girls ages 4 to 12 to attend with someone special in their life. It's this Saturday, the 9th, from 12 to 2 at Morse Avenue Community Center. And you can pay and register at the Recreation Department. And NOACA and the City of Painesville Community Development Department is hosting a meeting tomorrow regarding the Lake County bike map at the Morley Library. That's from 6:30 to 8. They're seeking input from Lake County residents of all ages and biking experience levels. And it's an open house style meeting.
Thank you.
That's it.
Closing comments, Nick?
I have nothing for today.
Jim?
Nope, good to go.
Christine?
Yeah, I just want to re-congratulate Tim Roshan and local tavern Fish Bar for their John Clare Award and Hubert Lee. So that's it.
Great. Lori?
I also too wanted to reiterate my congratulations to Tim, and I think I'm correct when I say this, and I want to add that not only is he very invested in our community and in his business has brought a lot of business to our community, but I know that he also takes some pride in caring some of our local residents, kids just out of school. Whenever I go in there, I run into a student who I have not in the party, and he doesn't just hire them. I mean, I think he trains them and teaches them and gives them a good sense of business. So I appreciate that part about this too. I also wanted to congratulate Mr. Schumacher, and I think I'm right when I say it's the AAA. Yes. All right. So congratulations on that. That's all I have.
Katie?
Congratulations to the Shemakians on the AAA 4-star review. I'm gonna say congratulations to both Tim and Callie Roush, because while Tim is usually the face at Fish Bar, I'm confident Kelly plays a large part in supporting them. I'm sure we can all understand. Also, Wednesday night, council will be reading, and I am super excited to be one of the people reading. So I'm telling everybody, bring your big kids, bring your little kids, bring your spouses, I don't really care, just come and listen to us read. It's usually a really great time. They bring some sort of a beverage and a snack, and the room chills with kids, and they all behave pretty well, so it's a great time. And I think, today's my son's 6th birthday. So I just wanted to say happy birthday to my son Oliver. 6 years ago today, you guys all sat in a council meeting while I was in labor. And I just wanted to wish him a happy birthday, and that's it.
Excellent. Tom?
I'd like to congratulate Tim and Art on their awards and remind council and everyone that I will not be here for a couple months.
Great.
Couple months.
4 meetings.
Not 8.
No.
All right, a little bit more information about Tim's parents, Patty and Dick. Patty was a locksmith, and her family owned Locky Lee in Painesville. It was probably one of the largest dairies in northeast Ohio, and they sold it, I think, back in the 80s, maybe early 90s, so there's quite a history in their Locky Lee location was on Chester, which is the same street as the restaurant. And I also want to give a shout out to Harvey Red Raider basketball. They're #1 in their division. And if anybody's interested, on Saturday, they have a home game. It's in Trinidad Falls. And I will be there. Can I get a motion to go to executive session?
I'll make a motion to go to executive session being held in accordance with Article 2, Section 6-1, to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of an employee or official of the city, and an executive session being held in accordance with Article 2, Section 6-3, to discuss pending or potential litigation involving the city.
Any second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Danilo?
Yes.
Mrs. Jenkins?
Yes.
Mr. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Fodor?
Yes.
Mrs. Shu?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes.